Hi, this is Lisa Rangel with Chameleon Resumes, the premier executive resume writing company, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about, I want you to answer the question, is your resume ready for the post-pandemic job search? Things are opening up safely in many places around the world, and even where it's not opening up yet, there's still business expanding, there still needs to be met within community marketplaces, and hiring is happening. So we're seeing it with our clients, and it just makes me want to pose the question to you, is your resume ready for the post-pandemic job search? And I want to give you 3 areas of your resume that you need to make sure are ready to go. 1, you need to make sure that you have a summary, not an objective, but you have a summary that clearly articulates what type of job you would be seeking or that you should be tapped for if you're doing more of a passive search. So your summary should be comprised of a title, a brief summary paragraph, maybe a sentence or 2, possibly 3, and some core competencies that are listed to help with keyword optimization as well as visual validation when someone's looking at your resume, for them to get that quick snapshot of, you know what, this person has what I need. So you want to make sure you have a summary that meets those 3 components. The second piece is you want to make sure that your most recent employer is listed with a very clear title and has at least the first 2 or 3 bullets outlining what is your biggest wins that are relevant to that job that you have listed in, that target job that you have listed in your summary. So make sure that all ties together. And the third component is, for the majority of people, even with 20 years or more experience, you want to make sure that your resume is of an optimum length at 2 pages. There's always exceptions to the rule, but you have to know that even if you are an exception to the rule and you do need 3 pages, just because you write it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be read. So when whatever length you choose, you want to make sure that you're writing to keep the interest of the reader in 6 to 10 second increments, because you want to make sure that they keep reading. So if they get bored or there's no incentive to go to a next page or a next paragraph, that's when you lose them and they go off that resume to go on to the next. So those are 3 areas that if you wanted to do a quick refresh on your resume to make sure it's ready for the post-pandemic job search, then there you go. And if you'd like to learn more about what your resume should look like to land 6-figure interviews, I'm going to ask you to join me on my next training session. You'll be able to register if you go into the description and use the link in the description to register, and enter in your email. You'll get your link to attend the next session. So if you like this video, I'm going to ask you to like it. If you know someone who needs resume help and they will benefit from this information, I'm going to ask you to share the video with them. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss the next video. And if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to email me at lr@chameleonresumes.com or place a comment below, because I read and reply to every comment and every email. So thank you so much for joining me today. Look forward to seeing you on the next training session, and see you next week. Take good care.